Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. Well, welcome. I am doing the show solo again this week, and it's the last week. Val is back next week. I can't wait to have her back. I miss my friend a lot. So, as I'm doing this alone, it's kind of up to me to think of something. And this is episode 96. 96. We're getting really, really close to that 100. In fact, I think it's the first week of November that we hit the 100th episode. Can you believe it? 100. Okay, so just to kind of give everyone an idea of what happens and kind of sort of is I'll give you the kind of the collective message that I got and the things that Spirit kind of wanted to talk about. So we'll have a discussion about that, and then as time permits, if we have time towards the end, then absolutely I'll take some questions. And the way that it works for the questions is members always go first. And that's one of the benefits of membership. So if you haven't yet looked at joining the membership on my channel, this is a good opportunity to do that. You can click on the join button. Little drop down menu comes, and there's 4 different levels that you can join on, and you can find one that fits with your needs or with your budget and so on, and become a member, because there's good things that come with membership. And one of them, as a matter of fact, is on the top tier, the alumni. You get a free 15-minute monthly reading with me. And I think that in and of itself is a really fantastic thing. So there is that. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It really helps with the algorithm and gets my message out to people who want to hear what it is that we have to say. They just don't know where we're located yet. So when you do that, you feed the algorithm, you get us out in front of more people, and then they can listen and share in what it is that we're saying. So hello to Marianne Coates, who's here. Annie Hamlet. Hello, Tea Garden Chicken. Hello, nice to see you here. And there's a few of you that are sitting back just watching. That's all right. You can do that too. So let me take a deep breath. I've been running around today. I had to go for blood work. I had to go for several different things. And have you ever been, hey, Magical Mermaid, have you ever been to a place where you have been there 100 times? You could make the trip blindfolded. And then all of a sudden, one day you get on the road and you go, where's that place again? Where am I going? Well, the lab that I go to for my blood work, I have been going there forever and ever. And I like it there because it's right across the street from a senior citizens complex. Now, I'm a bit of a chicken when it comes to blood work. So I need to lay down. There's a few things that I need to go through the process. So what better place to go for blood work than people who deal with the elderly, quote unquote, all the time. So if anyone can do the job effectively, it's someone who deals with seniors. So I'm driving there and I got myself lost. I got myself totally turned around, got myself totally lost, drove around for a little while and was trying to tune in to, okay, where am I? I'm looking on my phone and it's like where I am doesn't show on the map. I I know where. Anyway, it was just one of those. So that kind of threw me off for a little bit. And I did eventually find the place. I was 20 minutes late, but you know what? I did eventually get there. In the meantime, though, I did have a lovely little tour around a neighborhood that I hadn't explored before. So there is that. Yeah. Um, Very Hearful's live stream. Okay. Hello, Ellen R. Acadian Proud. Hello, Eileen. Denise Fletcher. Hello, Denise. Charlie C. Sage. Gigi by the Sea. And Gigi said, nah, she may have to watch the replay. I promised myself I'd watch every Harris Waltz live stream event. There's one happening in a minute. Perfect. But thank you. Oh, absolutely, Gigi. Yeah, I'd be watching them. My gosh, they're yeah. Yeah. And Russ Bob, hello. Mary Thornberry, hello. Nice to see you here. So, and yes, Teresa, things like that do happen where I got myself turned around. And my first thought was, okay, do I share this with my son or not? Because if I share it with him, chances are very good that he's probably going to tell me that that's one of the side effects of being older. Yeah, it may or may not be. Excuse me. Okay, so when dealing with needles, if fearful, look away and laugh. Oh, I never watch. Teresa, I never ever watch. I have to lay down because if I don't, chances are very good that I'll pass out. And that's not, it doesn't feel good for me, and it doesn't feel good for the person who's kind of, caught in the middle of it. So if I lay down when they do the blood draw, that seems to help a lot. And yeah, I never look. I do some deep breathing. I do all kinds of things and so on. I mean, I won't avoid going. But yeah. Anyway, and Rose Blue said, Mom and Dad got home at 11, power still on. Oh, good. And yeah. And yeah, could be having a shift moment. There's that too. Absolutely. And I thought I saw someone say, oh, yes, Magical Mermaid said that hurricane prayers worked. Great. That's what we wanted to see. And I know there was still an awful lot of damage. There's still a lot that has to be dealt with. And don't forget, this is, it's one storm on the back of another storm, and you haven't cleaned up from the first storm yet, and another one hits. So I thought it was really kind of interesting that the cards that I pulled in terms of what it was that Spirit wanted to talk about was kind of fitting. The first one that I got, and this is from the past life energy deck, is I got Archangel Michael. And the message on the bottom is strength, courage, and letting go. And I thought, well, now that's interesting, especially considering what we've kind of been going through. Hey, Sherry, she's listening while driving. Yeah, keep your eyes on the road. Just listen. So this is our Spirit is saying we need to be cognizant of the fact that we need to have the strength and the courage to go through what it is that we're going through, and to when we get to the end of it, to this cycle, to whatever it is that we are all kind of progressing and going through. Once we're through it, we need to let it go. We can't hang on to it, and put it in the knapsack that we carry around with us, which is, our life burdens, right? No, we're going to have to let it go, and find ways to do that. And one of the best ways to release something is um, to recognize that the fear behind what you just went through is a thing that comes from ego. It doesn't come from spirit. Spirit doesn't want you to be afraid. Spirit wants you to be successful. So, anytime that fear creeps in, yeah, that's when the ego is kind of involved. So we'll have to push back on the ego a little bit. And then I also got the precious present moment. So, be in the now, be in observer mode. Hey, Karen Doyle. Watch things from a higher perspective, right? Don't let your emotions rule where it is that you want to go. Just sit back and look at it from a higher perspective. And then one of the things that might be kind of a hiccup for some of you could be the abandonment. And this is lifetimes or a lifetime of feeling of unworthiness and rejection. So if you're carrying some of that energy from a past life, you may not even realize it. You may just have a reaction to something, and something triggers you, and you can't put your finger on it and say, well, yeah, I remember, yeah, that, I'm feeling unworthy, and I'm feeling abandoned and whatnot because, there was this incident in my childhood. You just don't have an answer for it. So one of the things to do is to look at past lives, to look at what sort of karma you're bringing into this lifetime with you, that maybe with a different perspective, you might be able to let go of that and not bring it with you into yet another lifetime. Okay. So anytime that we're feeling less than ourselves, when we're feeling rejection and so on, it's generally, it's a sign to kind of go deep within, to in fact, okay, one of the things that you can do is I have on my website, one of the courses that I offer, and it's only a 2-hour course, is changing the soundtrack. And that is, we have soundtracks in that play in our mind that we are sometimes very unconscious to. And it is our deferred tape, so that, situation A happens and our response is automatic because we've done it in the past over and over and over again. So one of the things that the course teaches you is how to examine and what questions to ask yourself to determine what things are affecting you in this lifetime that you can let go of, and so that you can change that tape, so that you can say, when you get those feelings of feeling unloved and feeling rejected, of not being worthy of something, you can take it back as far as you can go and then say, okay, that was then, this is now. I am a capable person. I deserve every ounce of love and appreciation that is coming my way, and I gladly accept it because I am worthy of it. So it's one of the things you can do. Check out that Change the Track class. It's on every Sunday. And yeah, depending on the number of folks that I have in the class, sometimes we have it a little earlier, sometimes a little later, depending on the number of folks that are there. So, and yes, Magical Mermaid, it is. It's a rewrite. It's a rewrite. And it's amazing how changing one little thing that you thought wasn't big and didn't have a whole impact on other things, absolutely, it flows into other areas of your life. And when you do it once, you're more capable of doing it again and again, so that every time that you get triggered, you can say, aha, okay, all right, where did that come from? Why am I that that person made a comment, it wasn't directed at me, but I took offense at it, so why would I do that? It's that self-discovery is a great thing. So that's what I'm getting from Spirit so far, is that yeah, it takes strength and courage to move forward and to let things go, but Spirit is always there on your side because it wants you to succeed. It will do anything and everything to help you succeed. It won't do the work for you. That's something you have to do yourself, but it will certainly pave the way if you're ready, willing, and able to listen to the voice, to the advice. And as long as I'm on this selfless or shameless self-promotion, yeah, the Achieving Union course is another one. That one is a 30-day course, but it is self-driven. So you decide when during the day you're going to put in the time and do the exercises and so on. And what that will do for you is at the end of the 30 days, you will have a much stronger union with your higher self. You'll be able to recognize when your higher self is speaking to you versus ego or just random noise around you. And it's very peaceful when you get to that level that you can know what to look for, what not to look for, and so on. So yeah, several people that have taken the course have really enjoyed it. And the part that they liked the best was the fact that it was self-directed, that you could decide, okay, I have time in the morning, so I'm going to listen. And it's only like 5, maybe 10-minute video that you get, and it's with the exercises to do for that day. So you can fit it into your schedule rather than being somewhere at a predetermined time, and then you kind of freak out if you're late or if you don't get there. So yeah, think about that. All right. Well, let me take a look at some of your comments. And yeah, here, Harris wants live stream event in 48 minutes. Oh, yes, timing is everything. Perfect. So then that means maybe I might have a chance to catch a little bit of it, because after this show, I get a little bit of a break, and then I'm back on again on Sherry's channel with Golden Girls. So that should be a lot of fun. And hello, Antoinette's granddaughter. Nice to see you here. Sylvia Hanks, thanks for being here. Okay. So let me see what I can do about putting some of these cards away. In the meantime, I hope you're having a good week. Time is flying by. I mean, literally just, yeah, this weekend we are celebrating the Canadian Thanksgiving, and I know we're about 3 weeks to a month before you guys, because up here our harvesting season ends a little before yours. So we did the Thanksgiving before you. There you go. And hello, Kay Muldoon. Nice to see you here. So for those folks that are in the areas that are affected by the hurricane, please, please, I urge you, don't listen to Fox. Don't listen to Trump. Don't listen to all that crap, because it's getting worse and worse and worse in terms of the information, or the disinformation, I should say, that they are putting out there, that it is just absolutely mind-boggling. The latest one that I heard was it was the son-in-law of a person in it was Asheville. I think that's Asheville. Anyway, who they lost everything. It was his father-in-law, and his father-in-law lost everything. But the father-in-law refuses to accept help from FEMA because he's a Trumper, and because Trump basically told him that if you accept help from FEMA, they're going to take your house. Seriously? Seriously, who would believe that? And my first question, I guess, would be, okay, but the storm destroyed my house. There is no house. So, okay, I'll take your money. You want my house? There it is. It doesn't, the logic doesn't make sense. And it is awful that some people are giving into it. So, hello, Viviani. Nice to see you here. And Millinard, nice to see you here as well. Yeah, saw that on the news as well. Yeah, there's, you know what? You can't help those who won't help themselves. So, let them believe what it is that they want to believe. It's like I've said many times, to the believer, no proof is necessary. To the non-believer, no proof is enough. So anyway. Oh, yes, Eileen. Yeah, you can lead a horse to water. Absolutely. And yeah. And yes, AZ is happy. The son-in-law was close. He was. I'm sure that he was in tears. He was really frustrated in terms of, come on now. There's, and they were, he and his wife were not in a position to fly to where the father-in-law was and whatnot. And even then, if he doesn't want to believe anything, if he doesn't, if all he believes in is Trump and what Trump is telling him, then why do you want to spend money to go out there to accomplish what you could accomplish over a telephone call? Really, when you think about it, it just doesn't make sense. So I'm really glad that those people that are in the affected areas, that they are getting the help, that FEMA is there, that the storm wasn't as bad as it was. It wasn't as bad as it could have been. So thank goodness for that. Thank goodness that, the number of lives lost wasn't significant. Houses, cars, furniture, whatever, that can all be replaced, but a human life can't. So, and Mary Thornberry, yeah, she says it's very disturbing that so many people believe the crap. Absolutely. And yeah, you do have to question just how crazy things are. Because there's just automatically certain things that come up that you go, oh, okay, like, yeah, Trump was talking a while back about, oh, yeah. So, the sea rises a quarter of an inch or an eighth of an inch in 400 years and blah, blah, blah. And that's good for me because that means I have, more waterfront property or oceanfront property. And I thought, oh, wait a minute. If water levels increase, that means that you have less waterfront property, because now what was here, has now been moved back. So you don't get more, you get less. And yet people are just eating it up, eating it up. It's like you lost the ability to reason things out for themselves. Yeah. Yes, Anya, and he's not getting that Trump isn't telling him what to do. Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, there we are on the dealing with kind of the tail end of Trump. And I think it's going to be lovely when he's gone. He's still going to be around for, a little while after the election. He's going to be doing the, the election was stolen, and there was this and there was that and whatnot. This, this is just part two to what happened in 2020, except this time I don't think his followers are going to go with him. So and yes, Mary Thornberry, it does put a fire under the conspiracy people. Yeah, the weather is controlled by government. What? Really? Oh, well, that's good to know. Yeah. Yeah. And these are all things that when you say things that are lies over and over and over and over again, people become immune to what it is that they're hearing. So after a while, they don't even question it. They just accept it as, yeah, it's true. It's true. It's not. So I think that it feels to me that, yes, this election is going to be it's going to absolutely wipe out a lot of the Republicans and seats. And Kamala Harris is going to win by a huge margin. However, having said that, please, please, please don't anyone be complacent, because that's one of the things that the other side really relies on, is you getting so comfortable with the fact that Kamala Harris is so far out in the lead that no one is going to believe the orange Cheeto, entertainment purposes only, and they're just going to go, you don't need to vote. Well, it's only one vote. I mean, she's going to get in by a landslide. Well, yes, she will, but everybody needs to do their part, and your part is getting out there and voting. Whether you have to stand in line, whether it's inconvenient, whatever it is, yes, you need to get out there. You need to vote, because if you don't show up, this might be the last time. And then what are you going to tell your kids when they say, well, Mom, Dad, Grandma, Grandpa, did you vote? Oh, I was doing laundry that day. Not going to work. So, hello, Jane the Seeker. Nice to have you here. And yeah, agree with all of you guys. Yeah, definitely have to get out there and vote. And Marianne Coates says, yeah, grievance politics has created a spike class. Yes, absolutely. And it will lead to self-sabotage. I mean, think about it. The people most affected by some of the things that have happened with Hurricane Helene and with Milton, the areas that have been affected have been predominantly red state areas. And the people can't really put it together that, no, I'm a Trump voter, but Trump isn't bailing me out. He's not sending me anything. Biden, on the other hand, is. But I'm not going to vote for Biden because he's going to, it's that stinking thinking, as Jane says. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. And Antoinette's granddaughter says, I actually used to work with two people who didn't vote. Wow. Well, I hope that they never have a political conversation then, because, hey, If you're not invested, if you haven't done anything to get yourself in the game, doesn't matter to me what you think. You're not a part of it, you know? So, okie dokie. And yeah, it is, Katie, I'm proud. It is hard to get family to agree. It is. So, what can you do? What can you do? Okay. So, I think that what I would like to do. Oh, Mary, ooh, that jumped pretty quickly. Okay, Jane the Seeker says, yeah, my mom is 90 and no matter what, she is voting for Trump. I keep telling her to think about her granddaughters. Yeah. And, you know, it's the people that are from the generation that does vote that will determine what is going to happen in the future. And it's going to be a future that will not involve them because, let's face it, most of them are getting to the age where they are getting ready to transition. So they do not have to live with the consequences of their actions. They're gone. They're gone. But it's the younger ones that are left behind to deal with it. Just look at, look at Brexit. Look at Brexit. Who decided Brexit was the way to go? The older people. And who's suffering now? The younger people. So there. Okay. Let me take a little sip of coffee so that I can kind of half calm down. I don't have my candle lit. There's a whole bunch of things that I don't have. So and Holly Shane says, yeah, we can rely on 30-something. Yeah, we need everybody, especially the young people. Yeah, get them registered, get them voting. And yeah. And James Med, yes, group prayer made a difference. It could easily have wrapped up to category 6. Yes. Yeah, so prayer, conscious prayer, and that collective prayer really, really does make a difference. Alrighty. Pollsters don't know how to reach. Of course, poll results are skewed. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So before I ramble on to myself, hey, Garnet, nice to see you here. And I should mention, don't forget, you guys, I do have Val's channels listed in the description of the video. So even though she's not here, make sure that you go over and give her a like and a subscribe, right? So that when she comes back, she can go, oh my gosh, I have new subscribers. Look how many of them. Yes. Yeah. And Antoinette's daughter said, I got a text today from Trump fans asking how I was going to vote. I spammed and blocked them. Yeah. How am I going to vote? Well, I don't know. Yeah. Of course I'm voting for Harris. Yeah. And that it just, to them, it just also, when they do stuff like that, it just also identifies where the Trump supporters are, so that the next time that they're doing a poll on anything, that's the person they're going to call. They're not going to call you to get your opinion. They know that you're not one of them. So they're going to go, oh, Trump is leading by 9 points. He's ahead of Harris. But yeah, he is, when everyone that you talk to is a Republican, right? So yeah, don't pay attention to the polls, and show up and do everything that you can as if Kamala was 10 points behind. So, alrighty. I will take a couple questions from you guys if you'd like, and let's keep it to because we started off with kind of past lives and things that you might have brought in here with a past life, let's take a look at that. And maybe, take a look at your question and see if maybe there is something that you're bringing in from a past life. And yeah, we can take that. So yes. Hostage crisis was rigged. Okay. Yeah. Vestal Virgin. Yeah. Kim J. Mom is 91 and a lifelong Democrat. Nice. Okay. All right. Male advertising is out of control. Yeah. Yes. Yep. Okay. Alrighty. So Ellen R. And we'll start with Ellen R. Do I have a past life that is affecting my current life? Ah. Okay. Alrighty. Ellen, yes, I think that you have brought forward some phobias, some fears of things that that you're not necessarily, you feel like you're not able to deal with, and yet you certainly have. This is about anxiety and overcoming fear, the phobias. And what is it related to? It's related to success from a past life, and it says personal or professional achievement. So what I'm getting here, Ellen, is that, yeah, the phobias and the fears are coming in, thinking that you're not going to be able to be as successful as you feel you should be, and that is because you were so successful in a past life that you're expecting a lot of yourself in this lifetime. And it does not mean that it is not achievable. It means that what was successful in that lifetime doesn't always translate into what is successful in this lifetime. And so if you can kind of conquer your anxiety and overcome the fears of success, because sometimes, we're afraid that we're not going to succeed. And then there's other times when we are afraid that we aren't going to succeed, because that comes with responsibility. That comes with certain things that are then required of us. So yeah, that's what it is. It's the phobias and whatnot. So if you're feeling any of that, Ellen, yeah, a little bit of work on that, and yeah, we'll get her going. So there. I hope that is helpful. Okie dokie. And Annie Hamlet is also a member, and she would like to know past life affecting me. Okay. Is there a past life that is affecting? You're welcome, Ellen. Oh, okay, Annie, look, I shuffled and I get that success card all over again. Okay. The fear of success. Let's feel like such a failure. Yeah. I get it. I get it, Teresa. I get it. And okay. So we've got success and we've got resourcefulness. Okay. And that is intelligence, mental action, right thinking. So maybe in this lifetime, what you have brought with you are the abilities to be resourceful, the abilities to look at things from different perspective, and to um, not only see things differently, but um, change your um, perception of things, so that you're more open to things that might be a little different than what you're currently thinking. And don't forget, success comes in different forms, right? Like I said earlier, what was successful in a past life may not be successful now. And what you feel is successful now, depending on what your values and traditions and everything are, it is going to give a different definition. Yeah. And yeah, I feel like we've seen this before. It's a reminder that we have. Yes, Holly Desheen, absolutely. We have all done this before. This is not our first rodeo. We forget. And then when we transition, when we're on the other side, it's like, oh yeah, I remember. Okay, I was going to do this. And, all right. So it's like, it it's a game. The whole thing is almost a game. And Jane, this particular deck here, it is, let me show it to you. It is the Past Life Energy deck by Sandra Ann Taylor. And it's a nice deck. It's a nice deck to work with. Yeah. Okay. You're welcome, Annie. All righty. And Anya says, yes, please, past life. Okay. Yes, Jean, we are all in a matrix. And I think we can choose to step out whenever we want. And I'll tell you guys, I've been going through some weird stuff, that when I'm sitting down and meditating, if I open my eyes, everything around me feels and looks like it's kind of floating, like it's not really anchored into anything. And there's always that feeling that if I just put my hand out towards something, that there is no separation between me and whatever is in front of me. That if I put my arm through it, I can literally put my arm through it. I've been slowly inching towards that because I'm not exactly sure what's on the other side. I don't think it's there to harm me. It doesn't feel harmful, but it's just a matter of, okay, because once you see something, once you know something, you can never unknow it, right? So yes, yes, yeah, it feels like a different timeline. It feels different. It feels more fluid. It doesn't feel as concrete. Yeah, exactly. So why is this? Yeah, Kathy. Okay, I've got you. Okay, and Anya. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Timelines are changing. Yeah. And okay, we're at 44 minutes. So for those of you that are just coming in now and just kind of asking for questions, I'm going to do my best to get to you. I'm just not going to promise anything, because I do want to keep it to an hour, because I do have another show that I have to get ready for after this. What a lovely lady. Hello, Janet Bora Bora. Hello, darling. And yes, more fluid. Okay. And Anya's past life. Oh, lucky you. Okay. So for you, I've got, yeah, you're coming in with some really idyllic memories. You know, the last lifetime was it was peaceful, it was tranquil. There wasn't a lot that that was kind of demanded of you. And I think that part of that part of the reason that it was so idyllic, and maybe one of the reasons that if you're having a hard time getting moving on different things in this lifetime, is because in the previous lifetime you had some physical issues. Okay, this was about illness, accident, injury, and so on. So you may have um and notice, yeah, that the wheels fell off the carriage and whatnot. So you might, maybe the reason that it was so idyllic for you was because you had some physical issues that made you a little more reliant on other people, and that um, that could be why it was so idyllic. Is that, you know, people offered you a lot of emotional and physical protection. So what, yeah, if you're having difficulties in this lifetime getting things done, um just remember that you couldn't do it in the past because there was that physical prohibition of you moving forward. That was then, this is now. That was dealt with in a previous lifetime. This is a different lifetime. So you can let go of that. You don't need to spend so much time worrying about the physical issues and so on. Concentrate on the idyllic moments, that the peace and the tranquility that comes when you know, when someone else is worried about the bills, about housing, about whatever. Yeah, this time we call it ADHD. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, you can absolutely persevere. I'm gonna pull from the Intuitive Whispers Oracle and see, okay, how does Anya move ahead with this? Oh, this is interesting. I shuffled my cards and this one was turned over in the deck. Okay. The precious present moment. So one of the ways to get over that, Anya, is to live in the moment, be in the now, be present for each thing. And yes, tea garden chicken, feel free to use that anytime. That there was a time in my life when I had that written on a piece of Bristol board that was in my bedroom in big block letters. And that's the first thing I saw in the morning. And the last thing I saw at night was, that was then, this is now. I did not have control then. I have control now. I did not have this information then, but I have it now. So to change that soundtrack in your head that makes you want to revert and kind of do the same thing over and over and over again, which is really the definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different outcome. There you go. So, yeah. Alrighty, Anya, I hope that was helpful. Okay. And Acadian Proud says, do the guides have suggestions that would help us identify this lifetime's purpose? What lesson do we need to learn that we did not learn in previous lives? Okay, so that is going to be different for everyone. Eileen, that is, yeah, everyone is going to have a different purpose, a different need, a different so on. I think one of the ways that we can identify what it is that we're supposed to maybe do in this lifetime is, you know, get yourself comfortable, sit down, open up your mind, and then ask yourself, ask your higher spirit, if money was no object, if I knew that all my wants and needs were met every single day on every single level, what would I be doing? And the first thing that comes into your head, that is generally your life purpose. So, some people would, oh, I'd be gardening all the time. I'd spend every single moment in my garden doing all the things that, and that's perfect. Maybe that is your life purpose, is to be outdoors, to be engaging with nature and so on. Someone else might say, oh, you know what? I could just turn on the music and I could just paint. That's all I want to do, is I just want to paint. What is it that I want to paint? I don't know. I don't know. It reveals itself to me when when I look at the empty canvas and I say, what do you want to be? And all of a sudden it tells me. So um, that is one of the better ways to kind of figure out what your particular um, lesson or deal, what it is that you want to accomplish in this lifetime. Usually comes in, yeah. Um, okay. Oh, and Jane said, "Oh, yeah, I'm trying to keep up with the questions and with you guys here." And Jane says, "Yeah, I've been sleeping for 2 days because of these, yeah, darn solar storm. Um, they say it's what's making the it could very well be." Um, and yes, Teresa, dry erase markers are great at a bathroom mirror or at a door. Absolutely. Absolutely. I am a firm believer in that positive affirmation, that even though I may not be, I am aware of the things that I have around my house that have messages, and I know what that message is. And even when I see it out of the corner of my eye, I repeat the message. So absolutely, yeah, that's what we do. So thank you, thank you. Oh, and artist Liz says, I can't sleep. Yes, you and a few other people I know that are having trouble sleeping, and it will get better. It will get better, absolutely. All righty, and uh, Kathy P says, I had a recurring nightmare about Nazis when I was a child, and for some reason it has started showing up again. Why is this happening? Okay, probably because that is a past life that you are sorting through, and I can see where a lot of the things that are happening, depending on where you're located, and if you're located in the U.S. and you're hearing about, Nazis and takeovers and this and that and the, maybe that is why it's coming back up, to kind of remind you to um, take a look at that lifetime and see where it is that it is resonating with you. Um, were you one of the Nazis? Were you one of the people fleeing the Nazis? Where did you go? Where did you kind of seek shelter, and see if you can't bring it down to what it was about the whole thing um, that really had an impact on you, and then you can change it, and you could say, okay, at that time I did not have a choice. I do have a choice now. So honestly, folks, it really does boil down to, that was then, this is now. But we'll see. Was there anything? Okay. Your soul knows. I think that yeah, this is your soul is trying to communicate that there was a lot of fears and phobias and things that you picked up in that lifetime that you have brought forward here into this lifetime. And it's probably one of the reasons that you have such a hard time um, fully trusting people. You trust them, but you know you I believe you. Just don't mind me if I verify and check. It's that kind of thing. So if that's what you find yourself doing, Kathy, yeah, that's from a past life. And don't forget, you are brilliant. You are brilliant. You have no idea um, how well you have progressed and how much you have done in this lifetime. So okay, you live in a red state. Yeah, yeah. So it you can you know what, you can feel those feelings wherever they might show up in your body. Okay. Try to imagine that you're putting all of it into all those feelings, all those fears into a small a a ball as you can. Just visualize yourself doing that. When you get that ball to a size that you're comfortable with, then you imagine yourself throwing it as far out into the universe as it will go. And it just flies past galaxies and everywhere else. And then when you think that, okay, it's far enough from me, you can say, I let that go. And then take out your magical little laser beam and go pew, 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 and just burst it wide open. Send it back to the universe and let it recycle itself. Yeah, there you go. So, Kathy, I hope that that was helpful. Okay. And I think we're going to be good on time. Lisa B73, I missed the start of the show. If you have time, I'd like to know past life, please. All righty. What was Lisa P73? Lisa P73. Past life. Past life. I see. Okay. I see you as almost a teacher. Like you're not quite the teacher, but you're working your way there. Um, and you like to have things organized. Um, you don't thrive in an environment that is kind of haphazard. And I think that a lot of that you've brought in with you because of that teaching background. Um, yeah, I get Archangel Uriel for you. It's a beautiful archangel. And the message on the bottom is passion, spirit, and connections. So, oops, sorry. Artist Liz, Golden Girls are 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, so 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes. Yeah. All right. So you've got, sorry, Lisa, you've got Archangel Uriel. And okay, so in this lifetime, your mission is finding love, finding a spouse or a lover. You're in that lifetime when you were like a teacher's aide, a teacher's helper. Later on becoming a teacher, there was a lot of things that you sacrificed, and one of them was the ability to settle down. I think that you had a lot of other responsibilities on you that relied on your income, and so you couldn't just give up a position. So in this lifetime, work on finding a spouse, a partner, someone who is going to compliment you and take care of you and give you the same kind of passion that that you gave away in that previous lifetime. So I hope that that resonates with you. And last, we have Monica K. If it's not too late, may I ask for a message from my guides? All righty. Okay, Lisa P. Yeah, I've been a caregiver in this lifetime. Yes. Yeah. But you know what? I have a feeling that you through your position, I think that you will meet someone. It kind of feels like you will. So yeah. Monica K. What's the message for Monica K? All right. And Monica, once again, sometimes when cards repeat themselves, it's generally a message for the collective. So it's not necessarily only for the person that I'm reading for, it's for everybody. And once again, I got your soul knows. Okay. So your soul knows what it is, Monica, that you need to do. If you are willing to listen to what it is that they're telling you, and the path that your guides are trying to lead you on, you'll find that there's a lot of good, a lot of happiness on there. Your job is also to let go of control. Right? This is, like the old expression, let go, let God. Okay. That's what we've got here is you let go of the controls. You let go of the outcomes. You tell the universe what it is that you want. Okay. And always start off by saying, I am grateful for, and be in that place of gratitude. I am grateful for this new position that I have. I am grateful for the wonderful people that I work with who are supportive, who are kind, who always have my back. I am grateful for this new love that has entered my life. I am grateful for the fact that we can laugh together. We have a good time together. He or she is a source of much joy in my life. I am grateful for that. You put those things out to the universe as a prayer that begins with I am grateful for, and then you let go of the outcomes. You can't say yeah, I'm grateful for this this new love that has come into my life, and we have a lot of fun together, we laugh, and so that's, yeah, I'm grateful for that. I just, you know what, I think maybe he needs to have his own house. And yeah, I don't mind if he has children, but I don't want this or that, or, I don't want to take care of young children, whatever. So, because then you're putting limits on the universe. You don't know what it's going to bring to you, and how it is going to bring to you the fulfillment of what you want and what you need. You just need to know that it will. So there you go. I hope that resonated with you, Monica K. I didn't see any comments, so I'm not sure if she was still here. But anyway, you guys made it. I made it through an hour without my friend. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Monica. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing part of your day with me. I'll be on in just, well, let's say 2 hours, on Sherry's channel with Golden Girls. So come on over and see us over there. And in the meantime, thank you. And I hope that you have a fabulous rest of your day. All right. Take care all. Bye.